Welcome back to the Providence Training Grounds in Colorado for the Freedom Fighters mission. For the last two opportunities and a Master Assassin challenge, we have a special loadout to start this. We're going in undercover as an explosives expert, and we're bringing with us the modern lethal syringe. There's also a drop-off point for the modern emetic syringe, which we may or may not end up using, depending on if we need it for the Master Assassin challenge. The Master Assassin challenge is killing someone with lethal poison, with an accident, with a fiber wire, and by drowning them. I think we've already drowned Sean Rose, so we may not need the emetic syringe. Either way, first up, we're doing the Doomsday Watch opportunity, which we can find the blueprint here.
Fascinating. According to the blueprint, Sean Rose is building an explosive battery unit for a Link 4 smartwatch. The charge appears to be email triggered. The unassuming target checks his messages, the virus triggers the charge, and boom. Very clever, not to mention devious. The resident hackers have installed the software trigger on one of their phones, and here is the punchline. Rose himself wears a Link 4.
I love this gun. This is one of the guns we unlocked through hitting level 10 in this mission. It is super quiet, and it's my favorite one so far. It doesn't have a lot of ammunition though, so you can't really spam bullets. This gives us the Militia Elite Bodyguard outfit, which is what we need to get inside the house.
Well, that's the idea. So, I take it you finally met Rose. Way I hear it, you were on the Interpol's task force to hunt him down. So what's the verdict?
Sean is dedicated, creative, driven.
You don't have to sugarcoat it. The man's an extremist. You've seen the Shanghai plan. Kidnapping children, forcing an innocent man to commit murder. It's distasteful. Rose has no honor, no sense of fair play. The boss asked me here because he wanted to avoid unnecessary cruelty. So why does he tolerate Sean Rose?
Because the boss is not a monster. And right now, well, he needs one.
Sean Rose, freelance terrorist, because sometimes you need a monster. You ought to be an advertising. Anyway, I'm needed back in Peru. I'll see you around, Penelope.
I keep calling this shadow client the boss, which is a bit of a shame. I'd like to know if he has a name or anything. To get access to the explosive battery, we need to get inside Rose's room. And since we didn't start with a lockpick, we either need to find the key or find a way around. Can't even go into this door. So we're gonna do a little bit of sneaking.
Please, sir, behave in an orderly fashion.
Sorry, your game looked real exciting. I just wanted to look at the game. Don't mind me. Thank you. I think they're playing Kane and Lynch, another game by IO Interactive, so it's a little bit of an Easter egg. There's actually a challenge you can do. If you play the game, you get a bunch of points for mastery. You need to be dressed as a hacker, and then you sit down and you blend in when they're missing. There we go, we're inside the room. These dudes will recognize us though, so gotta play it sneaky here. While he's busy, we have found the watch battery. Now we need to find the hacker's phone, which is easy enough, because it's on the very same floor, and from this direction we can open the door, making it quicker to move from this room to Sean's.
Oh, right. You were doing that bomb trigger for Road. How'd it work with that?
Here it is.
An explosive battery unit for a Link 4 smartwatch.
Alright, for the next target. It's this Devereaux guy?
Right. But Rose wants to control the time of detonation, so I designed this software trigger, works by email. Devereaux checks it, the virus infects the watch, triggers the charge, and boom.
Well, that is hardcore. Man, these people don't piss about.
Yeah, well, still beats working at a bank.
Can't imagine working at a bank being that awful. Of course, getting to the battery in his watch is actually some of the harder things to do here. since it's attached to his wrist. Luckily, as we saw last episode, he does have OCD and is a bit of a clean freak, so we need to wait for him to put the watch down. Once he's done that, to get inside the bathroom, we just need to get to the watch. Can't really go around. Well, we would, but there's still people there that can see us. So we're gonna have to go through here, which means that guy... Sorry, man. Gonna have to die. The funny thing is, it doesn't sound that quiet to me, but really no guards even act like they can hear it at all. Maybe it's just... I think a silence pistol is supposed to sound a certain way, and this one doesn't.
A taste of his own medicine.
Now we're pretty much done with it. We can just wait for him to pick up the watch and then we send the email. So now I'm sort of just figuring out what to do with these corpses. I can leave them here. He shouldn't see them until he gets too close. Here, I might as well throw them off here. Of course, I actually forget to pick up the gun. So Sean Norris is going to see the gun and be a little bit, wait a minute, but doesn't matter. It's too late. The click of a button will send the email to the watch, and that will end Sean Rose.
What?
He goes to Warnagami. This is about
Well done,
as good as time as
47.
any.
Rose should be in for an explosive surprise
should,
next time he checks his email.
Leave this place first.
Sean Rose confirmed down. Nicely done, 47.
And that's that dealt with. There's another opportunity to take out Sean Rose, and that's what we're going to do right now, before we move on to the other three. Hey guys, don't mind me.
Security announcement. Please remain calm. I don't know. I guess old Bird had his head up his ass.
So, the next one is called Overpowered. For some reason, Diana doesn't give us a voiceover here, but she will eventually. Basically means a whole bunch of nitroglycerin, and we are going to mess with things.
Anyway, the guy was lucky. Sprained his ankle, that's all.
So again, we're starting as an explosive expert, and while that is usually fine, this guy will recognize us and know that we're not supposed to be messing with
This
this.
sounds promising. The militia received a large shipment of nitroglycerin this morning, which is now stored at the munitions depot. Apparently, Rose himself plans to apply and test the gel as soon as a sample is ready.
In a little bit of a distraction.
This gun is the power to control how things will go down. Get it?
Easy enough. Nitroglycerin is one of the coolest things in this game so far, actually. It works as this incredible explosive.
Well done, 47.
Alright, we have
When
now
Rose
messed
comes back,
with the
he's
gel.
in for an explosive surprise.
And now we just wait and listen to the explosive experts complain, mostly. You might notice we actually walked right by the modern medic syringe thing. We could have used that on this guy to grab his outfit, to make sure he didn't see us, but it could also just be sneaky. That worked pretty fine. There's a Rose.
Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Double time over and get me some nitro, will ya? This mixture ain't powerful enough.
Not powerful enough. Yeah. I poured an entire bottle of things into that one, you know?
You're real, man.
You're telling me. I'm impressed. Of course, you don't hold it.
I take no blame whatsoever for this.
Step back. Fire in the hole.
Sean Rose confirmed down. Nicely done, 47.
Something satisfying about explosion kills. Anyway, that's Sean Rose down. Now, of course, to finish the mission and to actually get all our mastery points, we do need to kill the other three. And like I mentioned, we're going for the Master Assassin Challenge.
What's your take on the spark, Rose?
nasty little prick, if you ask me. Sure, it's not his fault that he grew up in that crazy collective farm out in the outback. What were they called? Sons of Solidarity? No, they're a bunch of left-wing cultists. But still, some of that stuff he's done makes my skin crawl. The oil rig, I get. That government office in Auckland, man, kids died.
Boss seems to trust him.
Yeah, of course he does. Rose is the perfect acolyte. He's smart, he's ruthless. But like all fanatics, he's impressionable.
Yeah, he's an idealist, that's for sure.
No, I've met his kind before. Rose yearns for a cause, sure, but any cause will do.
All right, let's
Deep
go
down,
again. On your
the only
marks.
thing he's
Ready,
really looking for is
set,
justification to
execute.
blow people up.
Yeah, well, guess this time we found one.
Don't get me wrong, Sean Rose was born for this. The enemy doesn't expect it. Their cruelty, it's too remote. You know, you sign a document, thousands of people die half a world away. It's unreal, like drone operators. But Rose and the boss, the enemy doesn't know how to react. The savagery, that's how we'll win.
Yeah, bring a gun to a knife fight, huh?
Huh. More like bring an axe to a chess game.
An axe to a chess game. Anyway, the Krugermeyer will go to work on these two. Easy enough, actually.
Christ almighty!
Really only here to get their outfits.
I'm curious. What's their exfiltration plan?
Rose has got it covered. Don't worry about it.
I do worry, see, because I'm not an idiot. Execution's one thing, escape is another. Gustavo Torres is not just some corporate suit. He's bloody Secretary of the Interior.
Well, it's a good thing we have the support of the locals.
What does that mean?
The Delgado cartel.
Delgados? We're in business with the worst crime cartel south of the border.
Politics makes strange bedfellows. Anyway, you should be relieved.
Yeah? Why is that?
Nobody's better at making people disappear than the Delgados.
This kid gets better and better.
For a bunch of idealistic freedom fighters, they sure do run with a lot of criminals. We're gonna take out Parvati, but to do so we need to first get rid of this guy. The easiest way is to just garrote him and bring him here. Of course, if you don't want to kill him, you can always just do it normally. Guarding is noticeably faster, though. There is usually benefits to being a little bit more ruthless in this. Now, to actually grab her at the right time is a little bit trickier. If there hadn't been people outside, we probably could have tried to grab her now, with everyone else sort of looking away. But instead we're gonna have to wait a little bit. And as she sort of goes into this cover over here, there's about a perfect timing now, when just no one is watching, and then you quick enough here.
Good work.
You can dump her in here. That's the fiber wire part done of the Master Assassin Challenge. Next up, lethal poison. And after that, we need to shoot someone in the back of the head. Or, well, shoot someone. Back of the head is just my preference, really. This is a little bit difficult, usually. Penelope Graves is usually backed by multiple guards. But once she gets here, there's a slight moment in time where I'm covered and I can still reach her with a syringe. And they don't quite see it. As they wait, I do this real quickly and then just move away. I'm covered by those boxes in the tree.
Graves is down.
By the time she actually
Excellent.
falls down, I'm away clean. It took me quite a while to figure out exactly how to do that. There you go, the Master Assassin challenge is complete. At this point on, we can take out Esserberg how we want.
I know, it sucks. I just watched an interview with that billionaire presidential candidate last night. You know, the one with the famous hairdo. That guy seems so well composed and has such a refined academic way to use his arguments, flanked with well-researched facts and figures. Yeah, he's honest and trustworthy. What you think?
No comment. With the military elite outfit, we can again go inside the house, which is what we need to do to go to the tornado shelter. Ezraberg's about to enter that little shed. And again, multiple ways to actually take him out here. One way is to throw a bottle of nitroglycerin inside. That explodes both of them. That's pretty good.
I appreciate it. But I checked the dosage. It was the first thing I did.
So maybe there's something wrong with your delivery system?
Listen, I appreciate your interest in my work, but it's a little hard to focus with all these questions.
Not a problem.
We're gonna pull him away.
System breakdown. I'll fix it.
Gotta separate the two. Put the Krugermeyer to just a little bit more work.
Resolved.
Now they did notice a crime there. That is saw him dying. But Ezra didn't. So we can take him out.
All targets
quiet
taken
like.
care of, 47.
Also gives
Now
us the
gain
basement
access
key,
to
which
the
we're
tornado
going to need to get inside. And if we didn't take it from his corpse, we could have taken it from here.
So you're saying that thing made Ezra Berg's interrogation mask?
That's what it does. It's a 3D printer. It prints things in, wait for it, 3 dimensions.
I know what it does. I just have a hard time grasping it. Could we print out our own weapons?
Sure. Maybe a small gun for something really specific. It's beautiful tech for assassins, but old school weapons are still cheaper and more reliable.
So I hear Rose had his own face scan for 3D masking after he saw Berg's mask. One of the hackers keeps the facial data on his laptop.
He probably needs it for some kind of operation.
Or he just wants to keep it for himself.
Wearing a mask of yourself. That takes narcissism to a whole new level. You daft shit.
Hello, Trooper.
Well, that mask is going to be quite handy for me. That's all we need.
The plot thickens.
Someone left in a hurry.
Sean Rose was not the Shadow client. That much is clear. Whoever commands the militia, they got out just in time. Look around, 47. We're getting closer.
You've seen the cutscenes here, so there's no need to play them again. We are done. And that is all the opportunities and a couple of more challenges. I'm still going to play a little bit of this off screen, but for now we're going to move on to the last mission. To Hokkaido. I'll see you then.